Hello everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. Going into the last round of the game. Can't believe we've made it. Was it number 6? The 6th route. Only unlocked once we've done all 5 other love interests. Now after Himika, let's go to our archives, go to Pure White Resolve. Goes through the prologue yet again. Not the whole prologue, just one chapter of it. Where we didn't have any choices in the prologue. And start the last round of the game, Akaza. Now he is what you think would be like the default guy, because he's the man who says he'll be your husband if you don't pick anybody, if you can't find anyone. He said he'll take the responsibility. and that really made Byakuya mad, so she had to date everyone else before dating Akaza. Now we get to see how his route goes. How is this going to trump Himika? We had the literal gods descending onto the earth here. So yeah, I kind of wonder how Akaza is gonna trump that, because he's a guy. he's in the Kodawari. He has some power, more power than a lot of these other characters, but not as much as Himika. Let's see if he manages to change the island for the better. So let's begin Akaza's scenario. Alright, first chapter. Delicious Sable. Is Sable a food? Wait. I know, it's an animal. There's an Animal Crossing character of it. I think it might be a color as well. Alright, now we gotta go back in our mind when we first started our deliveries. No more world-ending stuff happening. Life is normal. Yes, I've completed the delivery! And Daifuku's here with us too, so I gotta get my voice modulator out.
Congratulations, Hime!
To be honest, I'm glad my first delivery was here. At least I know where things are. Next. Daifuku peeked his head out of my bag, and I rubbed it gently while I pondered. I should look for my husband now, right? Yeah, it's time to go to the Sundial Plaza.
Right.
But before that, I should probably go to Yomi again, don't you think? I mean, there could be more letters waiting for me. Off to Yomi we go. Maybe we'll bump into Akaza. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just that I want to make sure I do the best job I can on my first day. So it always starts off the same dialogue. Looks like there's no letters. You know, since we're here, maybe we should just go and say hi to Juliet.
Let's!
Yay, gonna have hamster time. Have a hamster play date. Ah, welcome back. Can't see Camellia the same after Himika's route. I mean, she wasn't the god herself, but I guess the capabilities of her being able to become the avatar of that is a little frightening. Everything went well. Do you mind if I order a cup of peach tea? Coming right. Please have a seat. That's right, Juliet. You can go with them.
I would be delighted.
Juliet crawled out of Camelia's pocket and gracefully jumped onto the floor. It's been a while, Juliet.
It's so nice to see you're well, Hime. Dear brother, you are looking even rounder than before. It's proof of how much Hime loves me.
Don't overfeed your animals, guys. It's not love. It looked like Daifuku and Juliet were talking to each other. If only I knew what they were saying. He's just sitting there, just looking at them squeak at each other. Speaking of which, now that they're standing next to each other, I can really see the difference in their sizes. Now you're just like, uh-oh, this is how a mouse is supposed to look like. I think Daifuku's cute, all plump and round, but maybe that's not good for his health. I should cut down on his snacks. Uh-oh, if only you can hear her mind, Daifuku. Yes, your snacks are about to get decreased. Thank you for waiting. As I looked on at the two of them chattering, the sweet aroma of peaches drifted through the air. Thank you, Camellia. Are you done with your deliveries for today? I didn't find any more letters in the box. It's still the first day, so I'll come by again tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. Please stop by the next time you visit Yami. I certainly will, but I'll try to make sure I don't bother you at work. That's right. How's your husband search going? You might just have to go for the default, man. Akaza is there for you. Huh? It's been a day. A familiar pang of guilt and dread struck me. Okay. Come on. I always think it's silly, like, oh no, I'm not actively looking for a husband. Like, what do you think you can do for that, though? You just need to meet people. Just standing around the plaza is not the plan. Where did that come from? Well, you see, I just overheard some guests talking about it. I guess it's still being talked about down here. I'm really hoping that you find a very nice husband as soon as possible. Her hopeful enthusiasm is making me feel even more guilty. I really shouldn't be wasting time drinking tea like this. You need to, like, give yourself a break, girl. It's been a day. Camellia? Where do you think I can find a good husband? What kind of person do you like? Like? My mind went blank. Don't tell me you have no preferences. You know, like someone muscular, or smart, or passionate, or someone who's fun to be around. I mean, she hasn't been, like, she hasn't grown up with any men. Well, I guess Doma and Tsukiyomi. Those are, like, the two men that she could maybe base her decision off of. But yeah, she hasn't, like, really been around people in general to, like, have preferences. None at all? That can't possibly be so. I mean, you still have standards, right? Like, if Nagusa walks up to you, like, Nagusa gives you a bad vibe, and she's like, nah. I'm sorry. No one's ever asked me that question before. So I'm not sure what kind of person I really like. Then let's figure it out together. Do you want him to be tall or short? It doesn't matter. I know, she's dated some shorties. Himeka and Tokisada are, well, they're kind of like the same height, but... How about his looks? A manly or pretty? His appearance isn't too important. You prefer someone passionate about their job over someone lazy, right? Oh, of course! How about the person's hobbies? Do you like them spending time indoors or outdoors? That's a hard choice. Might depend on what it is. I mean, Byakuya likes reading, but she also likes dancing and like taking walks around the island is her new pastime. I like reading books, but I also like swimming, so maybe someone who likes both. That would be even better. A person who's smart and active. Oh, but I'm sure it'd be difficult to find someone like that. I shouldn't set my expectations too high. No, we're only thinking for now. Anyway, do you want a ladies' man or someone honest? when Yasoga's not really a ladies' man, but he gives off that impression. And then someone honest would like totally be Riku, because he's like way too serious. Of course, someone honest. I know the perfect man. The one who would be the best fit as your husband is Lord Akaza. Not him. What? No, why not? I heard he spends his days off diving and fishing in the ocean. He does? I've like never seen him outside. Well, we do see him outside, but like he's always so serious and like in his uniform. I can't imagine him just like putting on some swim trunks and going for a swim. The Iron Mask fishing? I can't imagine him doing that. Are you worried about what he said before? I mean, it was kind of rude to be like, I will take the responsibility. I'll take one for the team and marry you if it's the last thing. Then I will fulfill that role thing. What? I never told Camellia about that, which means it must have come from Kuroba or Yosoka. Well, he is the type to say something like that, but I don't think he meant it in a bad way. He seemed to think well of him. He's like, It's because he saved me before. Saved you? May I ask what happened? My spring stopped once and I couldn't move, so he carried me to Lord Yosoga. Your spring? Camelia's story reminded me that she was actually a doll. She still didn't seem like one, especially in a conversation like this. I couldn't walk at all, but luckily Lord Akaza came at just the right time. He took care of me and carried me back very gently. I see. But anyone would have done the same if they saw someone lying on the ground, so that doesn't mean Akaza is kind or anything. But no one else helped. It looked like I was dead, so everyone stayed far away. They're like, oh no, get the Undertaker. Don't touch the dead body. Oh. Some people here keep their distance from me because I'm a doll, but Lord Akaza isn't the type to be bothered by that. Well, he is the director of the Kodawari, so... Oh, you're so stubborn. Also... There's one other important thing I forgot to tell you. I'm sure you'll like it. What? Lord Akaza's smoked goods are known to be the best in the world. You'll try them, won't you? Wait, smoked goods? Is he like sitting around like making smoked jerky or something? Like, what? Just like thinking of him like a barbecue or something, or... Okay. Like such dad hobbies. I'll think about it. I decided to run from the situation and take another peek inside the letterbox. Ah! Inside was a letter addressed to the Yellow District. Daifuku, let's hurry and see! I know the perfect man, the one who would be best fit as your husband is Lord Akaza. Alright, and now it's set in stone. Camelia's quiz sets us on Akaza's path. That Camellia. Now I can't stop thinking about him. Still, those smoked goods sound pretty tasty. Oh no, you're gonna lure her with food. You're gonna be like Daifuku. No. I can't let that sway my decision. I'll have to forget about them for now. Akaza's gonna win her over with food. Like, the key to her heart is through her stomach. I wonder what I can do to hasten my search. Yeah, stand around the Sundial Plaza. I heard whispering all around me as I walked through the plaza to the Kodawari headquarters. Hey, who do you think Lady Olympia is gonna choose? It's gotta be Lord Akaza. No. Lord Akaza would be perfect for Lady Olympia. I can't wait for their wedding. Now you're gonna be stubborn about it. Like, I don't wanna because everyone's saying so. Not gonna happen. I tried to pretend I couldn't hear anything, but listening to their gossip was bothering me. At this rate, I'll be forced to marry Akaza. I have to find someone else as soon as possible. And yet, I still don't know how to approach other men. They keep avoiding me. Excuse me, I have to go! I smiled at the men watching me from a distance, and as expected, they all ran away. They're not for you then. This does not bode well. Okay, Kuroba. That could have been anyone who walked up to us. Hey, you done with your deliveries? Oh, Kuroba. I was just heading to the Kodawari to get a letter checked. Looks like you have this under control. Oh, right. Do you already have plans for dinner? Oh, asking me out on a date. Kuroba, you already had your chance. Akaza just finished a batch of smoked meat, so we were gonna have some drinks with them. Care to join? Oh, you're getting lured with the food. Smoked meats? I don't really like smoked food, so I'll have to pass. No, you're curious about them. No, she's in denial. I know the perfect man. The one who would be the best fit as your husband as Lord Akaza. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Good day, Mr. Director. I have a letter here to be inspected. I'll take a look. He carefully opened the seal and took out the letter. I stared at the ground, unable to look at his face. What are you embarrassed about? I'm not embarrassed. He's surprisingly sharp, so I need to be careful. How is this search for your husband going? I nearly dropped my bag. But again, it's been a day. As I stood there stunned, Akaza put the letter back inside the envelope. Lord Jigen is deeply concerned about you. You had to bring Lord Jigen into this. Yeah, she's like, he knows she has a soft spot for Jigen. In order to reassure him, will you consider the possibility of marrying me? Okay, he's just being more forthright about it. His expression didn't change at all. I mean, he's never, like, interfered when she's fallen in love with someone else. It was no different from when he took the letter from me a moment ago. You think you can let him off the hook already? He's the most reliable man you'll find on Tengu Island. Why am I thinking about that now? I want to protect this island and bring change to it. And this too, stop remembering. You're like, bad brain, bad. You're gonna make me fall in love with him. I take your silence to mean no. I can't let him persuade me. If I give in now, I'll end up being married to the Iron Mask. It's just like that. It's like, dang it, he got me. When we first met, you said to me, you would take responsibility and fulfill the role of becoming my husband. Indeed, I did. You don't want to, you know, have an intercourse with someone you don't love, right? Right? Of course I'm right. Be honest with me. You may love your work, but not to that extent. You're still a pretty lady. I know I wouldn't. Why do you think I don't love you? I mean, we just met. We've like known each other for like a week at this point. I took a big step back in astonishment. That was something I never expected him to say. Is he serious? His expression didn't change at all. Of course, love may not exist between us in this moment. I don't think it ever will. Why do you say that? I wasn't liking the direction this was going. There's no way I could talk him out of it. Tomorrow we may discover a modest love developing between the two of us. A very analytical way of thinking about it. How could he say that without any change in expression? It didn't feel like he was trying to romance me at all. I know, it's not really like sweeping you off your feet right now. Where does that confidence of yours come from? It's not confidence. I simply think it's too early to come to a conclusion when trying to understand someone. Why not give it a try? I doubt you know very much about me. All you know about me is that I am the director of the Soiree, an archivist, and that my name is Akaza. That's about it. Alright, archivist. Or archivist. A profession responsible for assessment, collection, and preservation of things of value. They also provide access to records and archives of a historical nature. An archivist? I didn't know that. I haven't explained that to you yet. An archivist is a position here that is responsible for keeping records. I mean, we've relied on that before many times. Like, we needed some information. I've never heard of it before. That's because most people simply know us as the Soiree. I believe the term came from a book from beyond the ocean. The position entails identifying, collecting, and preserving things of value. The role was adopted for use on this island. I actually prefer being called an archivist, so I hope you keep that in mind. It makes it seem less like a military, a military station. Archivist. Understood. That's about it, isn't it? There isn't much else you would know. I know you're great at making smoked goods. We didn't hear that from you, though. We heard that from Camellia. So please try to learn more about me first. If at that point you decide I am unsuitable, I will withdraw without question. Huh? I know he's not pushing himself on you. He's just like, if you find no one else, like, I'm here. But whenever she does find someone else, he doesn't, like, try to scheme to get her back or anything. So, what are your plans for tomorrow? Nothing really. Well then, will you go out with me? What for? I'm asking you out on a date. Huh? So stop fooling around. Why would I date you? So that you can get to know me. I don't want to get to know you. Could it be that you're scared? Don't tell me Olympia the White would be too intimidated to go on a date with a man like me. Oh, how insulting. Don't you have work to do? But don't you have work to do? I can take half a day off for you. Koroba has been telling me to take some time off as well. Maybe I should be impressed. No matter what I say, he'll find some reason against it. I have something to do tomorrow. And then the day after. Still busy. Then the day after that. Still busy. How about the day after that? He's not gonna budge, is he? Well then. I'm sorry, I just remembered I have some time tomorrow. It's okay. Wore her down. That's good to hear. And then we can meet at the beach at 11 o'clock. Is that right? Sure. If possible, please check your letterbox beforehand. I can review the letters then. Alright. Being efficient here. Alright. I know. There's one last thing I wanted to say. I stood up straight and looked him in the eye. Can I ask you something? Did you know that I have a pet mouse? You mean the Daifuku. He knows everything. He knows his name too? He's with me now. This is a serious mouse. Daifuku wriggled and poked his head out of my bag. Is it alright if I bring him along? He'll bite you if you try to do anything to me. Of course he is welcome. I'm glad you brought him, as I wanted to introduce myself. Nice to meet you, Daifuku. I am Akaza of the Red. I'd like to give you some Sable as a gesture of friendship. Uh-oh, he bribed the mouse. It's over, Byakuya. Sable, a type of shortbread cookie made by baking a mixture of flour, butter, egg yolks, and sugar. Okay, that sounds delicious. That sounds like pound cake almost. Okay, well, you're it's a loss here. Like he won Daifuku over, so.
Sable?
I heard Daifuku let out a happy squeak as he jumped onto Akaza's desk. Daifuku? Betrayed.
Sable? I'm not sure what it is, but I smell something wonderfully sweet.
Vendors have been selling these recently in the plaza. They're buttery and quite delicious.
May I?
Please help yourself.
Much obliged.
Daifuku completely threw caution to the wind and began munching on the Sable with glee. That's what you do. you bribe the guard dog with food. Sable, I've read about it before, but I never tried it myself. Not that I want one or anything. Well, he seemed perfectly in control of things. He even managed to get my best friend on his side. Would you like one? I got these as a gift, but there is no way I can finish them all by myself. Well, I suppose I can have one. Here. I chose a nicely baked Sable for the box, he offered, and proceeded to take a bite. Tastes really good. Glad to see you like it. Thank you. It was very delicious. Was it your first time having one? How do you know? Was I eating it wrong? Not at all. You were looking at it with great expectation. I guess you're right. I took a little bite of the Sable again. Here, take the whole box. Huh? I'm not averse to Sable by any means, but as I mentioned earlier, I receive these gifts fairly regularly. Oh, I hope you don't get jealous. This is like, does he have some admirers? Are you luring me with food? It's working. Are you trying to lure me with food? I think the Sable would be happier with you. Is he praising me or making fun of me? I looked at Daifuku on the desk and saw his eyes sparkling. He looked up at me, hopeful for a second serving. Well, if you say so, thank you. That's it. We lost. Akaza won. Alright, back to the mana. Ugh. Can't believe I'm going on my first date like this. I thought dates were between two people who actually loved each other. Not necessarily. I mean, you go on dates to get to know each other better. And of all people, it had to be the Iron Mask. I looked over and saw Daifuku lying down to me, his round belly full after 3 whole servings. Oh god. You give your poor mouse. You give your poor mouse like diabetes or like pancreatitis or something. Well, I may as well use the opportunity to find something wrong with him. Something wrong. Oh, you're going into this with the wrong mindset here. That's right. Akaza expedited your permit application, so remember to thank him when you see him. Well, I guess he did do that for me. I picked up the last Sable and took a bite. He issued my permit, approved my plan to deliver letters, and gave me this box of Sable. Sure, he's not a big bad villain, but... Listen carefully and promise me. Promise me that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I just know the other half of your soul is out there somewhere in this world. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll do well. You are your father's daughter. No, no, no. There's no way my precious soulmate is the Iron Mask. I'll get this over with tomorrow. The Sable was sweet, buttery, and delicious beyond belief. Where's my soulmate? Where can I find him? As I looked out at Tenyo Island sitting atop the beautiful sea and bathed in the glow of the sunset, I heard Daifuku squeaking in his sleep.
Hime, I love always by her.
Daifuku? No more getting swayed by food, alright? Alright, next chapter, the Iron Mask. Alright, that was a nice beginning. That was funny, made me laugh. Some light-hearted banter. And we're already going on a date! We're at the beach. We'll have to see how the beach date goes tomorrow. Alright, guys, I hope you had a fun and relaxing time. And I'll see ya in the next episode. Bye-bye.